Just ahead of a big launch by GoPro, DJI has coincidentally unveiled the Osmo Action 3. It's a completely different animal than the Action 2, as DJI has ditched the modular design in favor of a more traditional action cam look. DJI made numerous small improvements to the mount, displays, and battery while updating its stabilization. However, it kept the previous model's 1x1.7-inch 12-megapixel sensor and maximum 4K 120 frames per second resolution. Despite the improvements, it's in tough against the DJI's Hero 10, which offers superior resolution and the gold standard hypersmooth stabilization. And GoPro is about to release a new model that'll no doubt up the ante further. To see how the Osmo Action 3 stacks up, I tested it on a vehicle, bike, and on foot, while getting a face-first look at the improved durability. The Osmo Action 3 addresses the previous model's weak battery life with the new Extreme battery. It lasts up to 160 minutes and is the first action cam battery with fast charging that allows for an 80% charge in 18 minutes or a full charge in 50 minutes via the optional charger case. It has a slick new magnetic quick-release mount that lets you connect the camera directly to a GoPro-style mount with or without the case. You can also unclip it easily to change the battery or memory card. At the same time, DJI says it'll stay attached even if you, and I quote, fall off your bike. So naturally, I fell off my mountain bike and executed a perfect faceplant. Luckily, the camera remained attached to the helmet mount and was unscathed, unlike my face. The Action 3 has a rear 2.25-inch screen and a front 1.4-inch display. Both are covered with Gorilla Glass, which helps keep it impact resistant and waterproof up to 16 meters. With the waterproof case, you can go all the way down to 64 meters, so it's great for water sports, diving, and more. As before, the menu system works via swiping, which isn't intuitive but probably the best option on such a small screen. You can also control the camera via DJI's Mimo app, which works much like its Fly and Go drone apps. It's also easy to set up as a webcam for your PC. It uses the latest version of DJI Stabilization, Rocksteady 3, to eliminate camera shake in all directions up to 4K at 120 frames per second. The Horizon Steady feature, meanwhile, keeps video level even if you flip it completely around at 360 degrees. Finally, Horizon Balancing offers a compromise between Rocksteady and Horizon Steady. I tested Rocksteady 3 in a car over rough roads, riding a bike on trails with a helmet mount, and on foot with the selfie stick. It smoothed out the video in those situations, only letting me down once, with the crash footage, ironically. The Action 3's camera offers a wider view than the Hero 10, which can be an advantage for POV video. On top of the standard linear view, it has more distorted ultra-wide and fisheye options. As before, the 4x zoom function is digital and barely usable. It's one of the better cameras out there for social media video. The case includes a vertical attachment option, and the user interface works vertically as well. Best of all, you get 9:16 vertical video with no cropping at all available resolutions. The Osmo Action 3 can shoot 4K video at up to 120 frames per second or 1080p at 240 frames per second. However, the Hero 10 supports up to 5.3K at 60 frames per second, 4K at 120 frames per second, and 2.7K at 240 frames per second. The latter is a nice option as 2.7K video matches up better with 4K. Video quality isn't noticeably different from the Hero 10 at equivalent resolutions, and the Action 3 is arguably even a touch sharper at 4K. The Hero 10 is better in low light though. Despite the larger sensor and pixels, the Action 3's video can get quite noisy. The Osmo Action 3 now includes DJI's D-Cine-Light color mode to boost dynamic range and make editing easier with contrasty footage. It also added a new sensor that automatically adjusts white balance and exposure in a single shot if you go into a cave or dive into water, for instance. Again though, the Hero 10 does a slightly better job in those situations. The Action 3 has 3 built-in mics that offer decent sound quality. This is a test of the sound recording on the DJI Osmo Action 3. You can also plug DJI's microphone into the USB-C port or use another external mic via a USB-C to 3.5mm adapter. Other features include InvisiStick that hides a selfie stick, loop recording, and quick switching between 5 custom modes. With the Osmo Action 3, DJI wisely returned to a traditional form factor while addressing the overheating and other complaints of the previous model. It even has features that trump the Hero 10, like the magnetic quick-release mount and long-lasting, fast-charging batteries. However, the $400 GoPro Hero 10 delivers superior footage. Stabilization is nearly comparable, but the Hero 10 has better low-light powers, smoother in-shot exposure transitions, and higher resolution. Another option is the Insta360 One RS, but the resolution and frame rates are lower than either the Hero 10 or Action 3. The Osmo Action 3 is an attractive option at the $329 base price though. While it hasn't hit the Hero 10's lofty standards yet, DJI is now focusing more on what users want and is clearly gunning for its rival. Please hit like and subscribe, and for more on cameras and other tech, check out Engadget.com.